Miss Harley Days here, the pinup model. If you are new to the channel, hi, hello, welcome. Basically, every Saturday we get together and we watch scary videos, whether they're ones I found to react to or you at home recommend to me to watch. But there's one I've been wanting to watch. It was on my list. I'm not sure how this is going to play out because I have to edit this kind of funny. But the channel is called TannerShelton, and I guess it's kind of like told through reels, or not reels, what is it? Shorts, YouTube shorts, but there is a couple full-length videos on here as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and go on to the first one, which is just a YouTube video called TCW Intro.
Something else is going on here, and I'm going to be doing a lot more research to figure out just what that is, and I think I just need more time to do so. So if you guys want to find out with me, you can subscribe and check back often.
So there's like a whole thing going on, I'm not sure. And then we got, I'm going to go ahead and show it here first. So like the next 4 clips are all shorts. So it's kind of hard to...
So I'm babysitting, right? And it's 10:30 at night now. I've already put the kids in bed, and I hear laughing. I started to get a little mad because this was the 3rd time I told them they needed to be in bed, since they have school anyway. The thing is, the noises were coming from the baby's room. I thought maybe they woke up to check on their sister. So then I decided to check the baby monitor. Please tell me what's in the top left corner.
That's already a great start, but we're going to go ahead and go to the previous video because I'm going to be honest with y'all right now. I've never used Reels on a computer. I keep calling it Reels, it's YouTube Shorts, but I've never used it on a computer, so I'm doing my very best, y'all.
So funny story, I was staring at the screen trying to figure out what we were looking at other than scary sightings and what's going on around the scene. But I got totally confused until I was editing and I saw there is stuff in the background. I will put red circles around it because I did not catch this when I was reacting.
Alright, here's an update on my last TikTok. Okay, so I ran upstairs to check on the baby and she was fine. I didn't tell the parents because I didn't want them to think I was crazy. And I'm not a superstitious person, but ever since then, I felt off. Hey guys, so I wasn't planning on filming another update, but something happened that I think you should know about. So a few days after the first video, the parents actually called me and told me that something happened to the baby. I decided to go ahead and show them the video. Then this article was posted today at 2. It says, infant abducted from local home with shocking video. It then goes into detail about how officials were called to the Charlotte home at around 6 a.m. Everyone seems to think that that thing in the video was a person, but I can't shake the feeling that something supernatural is going on here. But in any case, I'll keep you updated.
Okay. Again, I'm not sure how this whole screen's gonna look, but... What? If I remember right, this has like a really freaky turn of events, which we're gonna go ahead and go on to clip 4 and learn more. Hey, that rhymes. Not even intended.
Hey
Of
guys,
shorts.
so I decided to just get out of the house today. I think it's probably good for me to keep my mind off of things and just maybe not think about it so much. I'm starting to feel paranoid, like the only place I feel safe is at my house, and I don't really think that that's healthy, so I decided to just get out today. Thanks you guys to anyone who reached out to me. I'm doing fine, I just feel a little uneasy when I leave the house, but other than that, I'm doing good.
Okay, so that is the last in shorts, and now it just goes into full-on videos. Is there captions? There is not. Hopefully it won't be the same thing.
I've just been searching a lot and trying to find any information I can. I found something. It's does speak for itself.
Doing some research in a dark room.
Here it is.
The Charlotte Witch.
So I kind of stumbled upon this page when I was looking for abductions in the Charlotte area, and I found this website. It's interesting to say the least. And after reading through it, I think it kind of explains the woman showing up in my videos.
I can barely read
It scares me that this is the only thing that really makes sense to me anymore. So obviously you can go read this yourself, but it talks about a little girl named Charlotte Abernathy and this legend of a woman called the Charlotte Witch who has been seen in around Charlotte. Then it goes to talk about her home and just her whole life. But here's the part that really got me. It talks about abductions in the Charlotte area throughout history, and specifically how they're tied to her. And
she kidnaps children?
of course, this could be entirely unreliable, but let me know if this sounds familiar. Those who claim to have seen her say she wears an all-white dress, has long dark hair, and very pale skin. And she's in the Charlotte area. Was. Again, this could be anything, but I don't know. It feels like I found what I was looking for. I'm sorry if I seem tired. I am. I think I just need some sleep. I don't feel like I'm really going to sleep at night.
I'm waiting for something in the background to happen. Like, I'm freaking out a little bit with this.
Definitely go read it. There's way more that it talks about than what I can say in this video. I'll put the link to the website in the description of this video. So I'm definitely going to keep looking into this and just trying to find as much as I can, but go read about this. If you're still
I don't know if I
interested,
want to. That sounds a little scary.
No, I'll keep letting you guys know what I find. Any updates.
So because I didn't feel like clicking on the link and watching and reading all of this, I decided to add it in right here with a voiceover, so you're welcome. Many residents of the Charlotte area know and fear the Charlotte Witch. Though awareness of her presence has declined in recent years, legend says she haunts the area we know of today as South Charlotte. She is alleged to have been responsible for her 20 abductions of local children. In my research, I have found 3 cases of child abductions in which there are evidence she is to blame. Those who claim to have seen her say she wears an all-white dress, has long hair, and has very pale skin. Sightings of her have been documented since the late 1700s and continue today. Many believe that the Charlotte Witch is actually the spirit of a young girl named Charlotte Abernathy, who lived in the mid-1700s. Finding information on Charlotte as a child proved to be difficult. This is what I have found. Charlotte Abernathy was born sometime in January 1743. Exact birth date could not be found. As a young girl, Charlotte was said to have been very shy and often secluded herself from others in her town. Not much is known about her childhood until her teen years, where information on her widely varies. However, I did find reports that Charlotte's father, Charles Abernathy, was abusive to both her and her mother, Lydia. It was even said that Charlotte ran away from home once as a young girl and was found in the woods 3 weeks later. What she did to survive remains unknown. Some claim Charlotte grew older. She would be caught wandering in the woods, even participating in witchcraft alone. Many believe she was put to death for these accusations. Others say she was killed by her own father for involvement with the native Catawba man. Whatever the reason, Charlotte died on 28th of September 1955. Soon after her death, reports of missing children and strange woman wearing only white were attributed to her. Many believe that the city of Charlotte was not actually named after Queen Charlotte, but rather Charlotte Abernathy, in an attempt to appease her spirit. The home of Charlotte Abernathy has many records and even remains standing in the Charlotte area until the mid-1900s before being destroyed in a fire. The house was built in the early 1700s and housed Charlotte during her life, 1743 to 1755. It stayed in the Abernathy family for almost 2 centuries. The house was remodeled twice during its lifetime, once in a response to a small fire that destroyed part of the house and another in the late 1800s. The house was limited. What I found, however, was that she lived on the 2nd floor of the home and that she spent most of her time in the house. The house was finally demolished when the last Abernathy family member died, and members of the local community burned it to the ground in an attempt to remove Charlotte's presence in the area and stop the abductions. Louisa Denton was only 7 months old when she went missing. Information on her and the outcome of her abduction was scarce. Sometime in early October 1813, she went missing from her home in South Charlotte. Her parents seem to have been blamed for her death. As Louisa's father had been reported as an alcoholic, most wrote the abduction off as a case of poor parenting and a night of drinking gone wrong. However, her mother claims to have seen a woman in white dress in the house shortly before Louisa went missing. No sign of a woman or Louisa's body was ever found. Ella and Emma Washington, 1894. Ella and Emma Washington were twins born in December of 1893. One night in late September of 1894, the parents of Ella and Emma noticed that they had suddenly stopped crying while waiting for the children to fall asleep. Upon entering their room to check on them, Ella and Emma's parents were shocked to find the window open and both children missing. After 2 weeks' search, only one of the girls was found. Emma's body was found on the 9th of October, 1894, mutilated, almost beyond recognition. Ella's body, however, remained missing. Many years later, bones were uncovered that are believed to have been hers, but I could not find documented annulus of the remains. While there was no direct link to the Charlotte witch, many at the time believed that she was to blame and an exorcism was performed by the local Catholic priest. Kimberly Briggs, 1977. Kimberly Briggs was born on April 2nd, 1974, into a loving family. She had an older brother who loved her very much. She was the sweetest, most beautiful baby to ever be on this earth. The day she had left us, the world became bleak. Why someone would ever take a baby from her home never made sense for me. For so many nights, I imagined her final hours. How scared she must have been. How cold and alone. With every account I find, I become more sure that Kim did not wander away. My parents had nothing to do with her disappearance. I know that now. I know that Charlotte Witch is to blame. I saw her and on the night my sister was taken. I did not understand then, but I am certain now her body was never found. Okay, so I was totally not expecting this to be such a turn of events. I was not expecting the whole Charlotte Witch website to be written by a brother trying to figure out what happened to his sister. As I was reading these to you guys, I was reading it for the first time, and well, I'm really shocked. This really took me by surprise, but you know what? Let's go ahead and get back to those videos, because those videos will shock you even more.
I was trying to figure out why it was called TCW. Now we know. The Charlotte Witch. So quiet. I can hear. My switches ain't working. Cool. I'm scared. Yeah, let's hold hands. There's my Wolfman. Protect me, Mr. Wolfman. Why is it always gonna be at night? Why? Why are ghosts always night owls? No, my question is, why are ghosts always from the 1800s? I actually read about that the other day and I was like, That's actually a good question. Why is it always the 1800s and not like a ghost from 2010 going, "It's Britney," you know, and singing like all the today's pops to scare people? Okay, but like, movie idea. Please, someone take me up on this idea. An old couple move into a new house, but the house is haunted by a ghost that died in like 2008, 2009, and is haunting them with all of today's stuff. Karen. Those aren't horrifying faces at all. So is the witch coming for him now? Is that basically what's going on here? Because he's done so much research on her and learned so much about her, is she now wanting to go after him? Are we next since we've been learning with him? What is that? A statue, right? Not her? How much longer is this? It's so scary. I'm just gonna keep saying it like that. It's so scary. Oh my god. I hate when it's quiet. For two reasons. One, it's scarier when it's quiet. Two, I have to talk to fill in the quietness void. The quiet void, whatever we're gonna call it. I gotta talk and figure out random things to talk about. During this time, how are you guys doing? Go ahead and comment down below how you're doing this week. What's new? What's up? Okay, the flashlight went out. A kid's toy?
That just moved.
Now I am curious with what's in the description box for this one. Is he going to die? Well, I guess he can't die because he uploaded the video. Oh, the lights are back on. Okay. With as good of a story as it started off really strong, really good to go, ready. Even had a website, which I apologize for us not looking at the website. You can go check that out for yourself. I don't want to go on any websites and get freaked out right now. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, hit that like button. Man, this was very interesting. But I'm also not too sure like what was supposed to be going on, because like it's hard to explain where my brain is at. Like, I need you guys in here with me to follow what my thought process is. It started off strong, the whole thing was interesting, but then it slowly transitioned to a what's going on type story. Mainly this last clip made it a what's going on type story. Mainly the most that I can gather from this is that he was babysitting. He saw something on the monitor. And then a few days later the baby went missing. Gave the video footage to the parents to see what happened that night. Did research about the Charlotte area. And then the keywords just popped up. The thing about the Charlotte witch. And now I think the witch might be after him for doing so much research and maybe even exposing her and telling about her story. I don't know. I'm not sure what to think of this, of clip 7. Clip 7 was definitely a curveball for me. It's obvious that something was going on and that something was after him. But I think it might have been like a hey, don't talk about me type thing. So yeah, that's my theory for this. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button. If you are not subscribed, please do. And as always, I will be sure to link the channel down below so you can go check them out for yourself. Because without them making the original content, we wouldn't be able to make this reaction video. I'm trying my best with the move here, but I'm failing. And don't be, guys, give us some likes, give us some views, share with your friends so we can get more views on this video. But that does it for this video. If you like to hit that like button, if you are not subscribed, please do. Remember, as always, I am Miss Harley Days, the pinup model, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.